Hey guys, welcome back. I've just reached Master with Memento. You can see my win rate here. I will show you a deck list here and a crazy replay showing you how to win going second with this deck. As you can see right here, we won 4 coin flips, had a 100% win rate. If you can dodge anything, and I will show you the deck list in a second, that is way better at dodging stuff, which is very important in this deck. And we lost 3, still winning 66.7 with an 85.7 win rate. Going to Master, obviously, it's only 7 games, and the games are long with this deck, but if you understand the base combos, then it's not that hard, and then time is not that big of a problem. If you don't know how to play the deck, I have made a video, a guide with every basic combo, the best guide I could see out there, because a lot of guides were missing real combos but only showing gameplays. So if you want to learn the deck, go check that out. It is in the description, also in the top right corner. So what are we playing? And then afterwards I will show you a cool replay of breaking a board, obviously not playing perfectly, but we play Memento without the Fiends with stuff. I think this clogs up the deck, which doesn't really make sense. So we are playing an effect value here that we can also call by, and so we could call by it anyway, cross out I mean. And then we play the base engine, 1 Mace, 1 Goblin, 2 Maxis, 1 Gatic. We are playing the Ash Blossoms, very important. We need to stop stuff like Fuva or Maxi, otherwise we are not playing the game. We are playing 3 Memento Language, one of your best starters, together with the Dark Blade. Dark Blade might even be a bit better than 1 Sleepy, super strong. We are playing Fuva since we need to stop our opponent, get the turn back, also very important. We can discard this, by the way, for 1/1. Then we are playing Triple Horse, so these are your best starters: Blade, Anguish, and Horse. And then Goblin is also not a bad one. 1 Akihiron, 1 Horned Dragon, and then 1 Combined Creation. Is it Combined Creation? Yeah, the other one is Creation King. 1/1. You can, for example, discard Fuvalos to get into your Goblin, which is also a starter. Could also go into Mace if you need Mace to add, I don't know, Memento Fusion, because this can sometimes be nice if you have already destroyed something and have some Mementos in the graveyard. You could also go 1/1 for the Mace. Mace destroy itself to grab a Fusion, and then Fusion into Creation King, for example, or Twin Dragon, depending on where you already are with your combo. Then we have Memento Mictlan, 2 called buys, 1 crossout, very important. A lot of the games I needed to call by MXC in order to play. And then this is more of a board breaker variant, in the sense that we are playing triple Forbidden Droplet. I think Droplet is very nice, especially playing into a board. It's super nice. This also, especially when we play into a board, helps us dodge something. So for example, let's say we start with our Anguish into an opponent's board. They go Infinite Impermanence. We can go Droplet, dodge the Imperm, and negate something of their board. Then our kill is quite easy with the Combined Creation and the Creation King, and you will see this in the crazy replay. And then we are playing triple Memento Bone Party, triple Memento Fusion, and then 1 Fracture Dance. The Fracture Dance I actually like, I have to say, because this is something that you can establish on the end board. If you control a Memento monster, target 1 card on the field for cost, destroy it. Then if you control Memento Tetuchlika Command Creation, you can destroy 1 more card on the field. And then when an attack is declared involving your Memento monsters and an opponent's monsters, you can banish this card from your graveyard. All monsters your opponent controls lose 1000. Not that important, but the first one is. So you can send this and set this with Memento Mictlan. Maybe you open this hard in the hand. This is a good interruption. The cool thing about this card is that this can be used if, for example, you get Maxi or Fuvalos. So let's say you start with your, I don't know, Anguish, and they are going, Maxi, Fuvalos, and then you go, okay, cool, maybe you have this in the hand, or you can search this. You go, okay, Fracture Dance. You could, for example, go Mace, destroy Mace to grab Fracture Dance, and Fracture Dance is still an interruption, even if you don't have Combined Creation, in comparison to, for example, the other trap. The other trap would need the Combined Creation to be on the field in order to be effective. And this is like a win more card. If you can establish the full end board, you normally will always win, so you don't really need it. So Fracture Dance, very nice. You're playing 1 Twin Dragon, 1 Guardian Chimera, 2 Memento Mictlan, Tetuchlika, Creation King, then 1 Star Slayer can definitely come up. We are 1 Artemis, you can get your Witch to the grave with this. 1 Masquerina, then the Cross Sheep can definitely come up. 1 Predator Plant, Verta Anaconda, 1 Dark, 1 Spread Elf, 1 Little Knight, 1 Selene, Apollousa, and Access Code Talker. You have the option to go into the Access Code Talker with the Selene. Normally you don't need it, but you can use the route via the Tetuchlika and the Creation King, as we will see in a second. Breaking an entire Centurion board, basically. So this is a deck right here. It is really fun to play. Obviously, you have to learn the combos. As I told you, or talked about in the combo video, go learn the base combos, then this deck is not that hard. And now let me show you how you can win going second with this kind of board-breaking variant. Okay, so we are playing against Centurion. They will be able to build their entire board. Unfortunately, we will not open any hand traps. This is normally always very bad, obviously. And as I already said, I did not play this perfectly, that I have to say. So there I go for the base Centurion stuff. We will quick forward here all the Centurion stuff. I also have to say that they did use the interruption a bit preemptively, in my opinion. But yeah, we will see. They go for the new Primera Primus. And you can go, and I will talk about this in another video, you can go double Cosmic Blazer Dragon with this. If you don't know how to play Centurion, I also have a guide for that online, go check that out. But they are searching the Phalanx here, which this will be one of the cards laying on the field. Then you can also banish the other Phalanx, get back Primera Primus. That's nice because you have another level 8 body here that you can use to Synchro Summon into the other level 12. And then they set their Phalanx, we have seen this, and then they can place 3 cards, they have 5 cards in the hand, the archery will also draw another card, and we are starting with this hand. So it's nice, we have the Anguish to start, we have Tatsinu Toshigo as an extender, Combined Creation not that useful, but we can discard it for 1/1, and then I have to say this hand is quite nice. We are missing like the board breakers, but we have Bone Party and Fusion, so that is actually nice, but I mean, without having any hand traps, this hand should be nice, right? So I'm starting with the Anguish here, and the idea here is to get the Combined Creation and the Creation King onto the field and enable them to attack directly through all of this with the Akihiron's effect. So this is what I'm playing for here, and obviously once again I didn't do it perfectly. He chains his archery, no big deal, no need for me to interrupt anything here. So I firstly have to force out his possibly Cosmic Blazer Dragon, and then go from there. I add the Sleepy, since you normally want to add the horse, I have the horse already, so I add the Sleepy because I have the Bone Party and giving me the ability to destroy something, and then the Sleepy will be very good for fusion summoning. So Archery goes and draws 1 card, and he goes even further with the Trudea here. So there goes Trudea. Archery draws a card, very good actually, drawing a random card, and then Crimson Dragon was to be expected into the Cosmic Blazer. And here I'm like, okay, I will continue with the horse, try to get out this Cosmic Blazer Dragon and activate this, and he will actually, yeah, he will ash this. There's the ash from the hand. That's a bit sad because we obviously need bodies in the grave in order to summon Combined Creation. I decided to go 1/1, discard Combined Creation because I need to force this. He uses this to negate the 1/1, which I think is, well, I don't know if I would have done this honestly, but that's nice because now I have forced this 1 negation out. There's still the Phalanx that I know about and all the hand cards. So I go Bone Party next, since Sleepy is not live, I have not destroyed something. I could go Fusion, but I go Bone Party in order to get a Dark Blade to the field, activate Dark Blade's second effect to discard 1 in order to destroy 1, so get rid of this Phalanx here. In hindsight, I maybe should not have dropped this Memento Fusion, but the Sleepy, since I could have added back Sleepy, I can also add back the Fusion, but the Fusion can get me into Creation King directly, whereas the Sleepy can't. It worked out in the end, so we are going Phalanx, destroy the Phalanx. He chains it on our Dark Blade here, which is okay. And then my only option here is to go Sleepy, and we fuse into the Twin Dragon. Then Twin Dragon can be activated to destroy itself. To add to the hand, I grab the Horn Dragon because it's an extender. Horn Dragon, really nice. And then also grab the Gaddick. I think this is was just a random grab since it doesn't really matter. I cannot normal summon anymore. So I go Twin Dragon, revive the Sleepy, and then I go Memento Fusion, destroy the Sleepy to grab another Memento Fusion because I have not used it up until now. So now I can go Sleepy to dump, because if Sleepy gets destroyed, it can dump. So this is the second effect of Sleepy, to dump the Akihiron, because this is the one I need to get on the field in order to activate its effect so I can attack directly. So the next thing I have to think about is how do I destroy another card in order to summon the Akihiron, right? This is the next thing I have to do. So obviously I go Creation King next. Keep the Horn Dragon in the hand, very important this was actually. And then I add, or I dump to the graveyard the Creation King to get the field spell. And then I also dump the Mace and the Goblin, because here at this point I was like, it doesn't really matter what I dump here, I just need names to shuffle back. So I can summon, so at this point I'm like, okay, I need to destroy something. But I need to also keep the Creation King on the field, right? Because this is one of the bodies that needs to attack directly. And I need to destroy something so Akihiron can summon itself, right? So this is I was like, damn it. But then I realized, okay, I can still summon this, and this can then destroy this and something else. In this case, I just target this, doesn't really matter. And Akihiron can now summon, because something was destroyed, activate its effect. Level, I think, 9 or higher, can now attack directly. And now I shuffle back all that I have here in the graveyard for the creation, combined creation. And then we go battle phase and win this game with combined creation and Creation King. And let me tell you, it's really, really satisfying winning like this through an entire board. It's a really easy way to finish the game. If you ask me, it's not hard to reach this point. So yeah, a really strong going first option that Memento presents. And then also this actually pretty strong going second version. You also have the option to use your combined creation with the Bone Party. Bone Party would give it piercing, and then if the math adds up, you can also finish your opponent by attacking all your opponent's monsters, because combined creation can attack all monsters if it's the only monster on the field, and with 5,000 piercing damage should be enough to win the game. Let me know in the comments what you think. Are you playing Memento? What is your experience? I think you have to get into the deck a bit before it pays out, and you have to play a cleaner version. We are not playing the Goblin card, by the way, because I think at the moment it's not that great. Maybe in the future if we want to combine this with the Goblin Biker engine for Ryziel, but for now it's not that great. If you like my videos, please consider subscribing, hitting a thumbs up and the notification bell, and we will see each other in the next one.